Transurfer, and welcome to TransurfingTV. I am Renee Garcia. Today, day 50 of our 78 days of practical transurfing. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do when these run out. After 78 days, can we go for like a 365-day version? Maybe I'll make the next 78 days of practical transurfing. I'm sure Vadim would let me do that. Hey, that's actually a new goal for me. That would be pretty awesome. Let's see how that plays out. So remember to like this video and comment below. I love Reality Transurfing, to enter my daily giveaway for some reprogramming stickers. And for those of you that do not yet know of Brian Scott's amazing book, I want to just plug it a little bit because it is super great. I haven't read it from front to end, but I flipped through it and it has so many really awesome gems in there. So if you are looking for more reality creation techniques that ride parallel to this stuff, I highly recommend Brian's book. So with that, I will get started. Day 50, the pendulums flop. If you let thoughts of what you don't like bug you, this is what will show up in your life. In order to let go of what you don't want, you first have to accept it first. By accept, I don't mean let it in, so much as acknowledge its right to exist and then pass by indifferently. Accept and let go. In other words, consider the fact of it and then wave goodbye. At the pendulum's first attack, always respond by agreeing and then either diplomatically step back or unobtrusively direct the pendulum's momentum in a direction that suits you. Learn not to get hooked and to ignore the things that irritate you, and they will disappear from your world. When the pendulum has no way of hooking into you, it disappears into the void. Oh my God, that sounds delightful. Vadim Zeland's interpretation. Pendulums are the lords of dreams. When a person is susceptible to their provocation, it is as if they fall asleep because being wholly immersed in the imposed game, their mind is zombified by what is happening. I love that word, zombified. If something irritates you or evokes a sharp sense of aversion, you might as well be walking around with a hook in your head. Catching on to your hook, the pendulum will instantly set about finding a suitable irritant and not just one. You will dangle from the hook for as long as your irritation has no end. In order to pull the hook out of your mind, you have to change your relationship towards the irritant and divert its attention. Accept the situation, transform the tragedy into a comedy, and focus on doing something else. Changing your relationship to something does not mean bottling up your emotions. Emotions stuffed deep inside are the very evil which builds up and then inevitably explodes and goes to feed the pendulums. First, express your emotions and then consciously correct your relationship. There is no point in fighting a pendulum. They simply have to be ignored. Okay, so this is really great what Vadim is talking about here. He's talking about excess potential. So, obviously we don't want to ignore our emotions and simply just let them build, because they will need an outlet, and that outlet will be most likely explosive once it happens, because excess potential, balancing forces, they seek to balance our environment energetically or balance you energetically, and usually this happens in one fell swoop. It's not a gradual bleed out of your emotions. It's going to get you, right? So what he's talking about here is the value of reassessing your relationship to the pendulum. So remember, when things go wrong in our reality, it is most likely because we have attributed excessive importance to something, to a pendulum. A pendulum's involved. We attributed excessive importance to something Therefore, we create an excess potential, which balancing forces come in and seek to eradicate. So instead of getting into a battle, or instead of denying yourself, expressing your emotion, then reassessing your relationship to the pendulum, this is you balancing it at the get and really allowing the pendulum to exist and pass you by, because you don't have that hook on your head, right? I mean, people that are highly emotional and people that are responsive in nature, they simply have an energetic hook that pendulums come by and just grab them. And this is a person that is just doing something like this, right? This is not transurfing. That is a responsive, emotional movement that a lot of people are hooked up on. But the best way to eradicate this is to allow the pendulum to exist and to not get emotionally involved. Now again, this does not mean stuff your emotions inside. This means lower your emotional value of the situation. And for those of you that missed my video where I said that I ask myself why all the time, this is a huge tool, technique that's highly effective for me. I do this one all the time. Why? So if something starts to hook me and I'm not feeling right, I ask myself, why? Okay, so I'm not feeling good because that thing made me angry. Why did it make me angry? Well, I don't like this. Well, why? And you just keep going, why, until you realize that you've built a house of cards in your mind on your own, and you can just as easily take that down if you choose to do so. So remember to like this video and comment below, I love Reality Transurfing, to win some of my stickers. And thank you so much for watching my video, everyone. Bye.